Call 1-800 Circle if you're feeling lonely. There are plenty of us waiting to talk to you. 1-800 Circle.
Hi, my name is Ryan from Amped. I'm here with Tommy Dearth and Eddy Barco, the founders of Inner Circle Entertainment Festival. They have graciously agreed to come down and talk to us a little bit about what they're doing, and we are going to have a little interview with them and ask them what's up. What is the deal behind Inner Circle Entertainment Festival? What's that all about?
Let's first tell you what Inner Circle means. Inner Circle is pretty much the inner circle of the entertainment industry, and we put together this festival to bring the entire entertainment industry all to one place.
Three main things we want to cover with the festival is, we want to definitely tackle music, film, and video games. We have other things planned, but those are the three main topics that encompasses Inner Circle. And then obviously for music, we have a great lineup of artists. For films, we want to have film screenings, have movie props all over the festival grounds, and video games, have some testing, have competitions, giveaways, all that kind of sort.
Yeah, we don't want to forget your favorite artists on some of the... We're going to have multiple genres with hip-hop, rock, R&B, EDM, and just, it's going to be tons scattered throughout the festival grounds. So that way you get a mix of all these different areas of the entertainment industry.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about how you came up with the idea for Inner Circle Entertainment Festival?
Well, Inner Circle was born out of the want or necessity to want to go to a lot of events that we couldn't possibly go. When we were discussing our plan for this festival, it just began as a festival, just a music festival per se. And as we kept discussing it, we realized that there were so many other events that we wanted to go to, but we couldn't go because it was either not open to the public, or it was just too many people wanted to go, too expensive, not anywhere near where we were at, so many reasons. So we decided that we wanted to make an event that had the best of what we wanted in entertainment all in one place.
Very cool. So you're kind of consolidating basically the three big factions of media, and
basically,
kind of bringing them all together.
And kind of to put it in shorter words, it's basically was born out of what we wanted. We definitely wanted a place for this to exist, but it didn't exist anywhere near where we were at. So we decided to take those three big things from entertainment, video games, music, and film, and just put them all in one location.
Awesome, and that's all for the price of one ticket. Gets you to all three of those things. That's
100%.
great, man. That's great. So, do you have any ideas for where it's going to be located? What the layout's going to be like? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Definitely the LA area.
Okay, we're talking LA, Los Angeles, not Louisiana.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, just saying. I mean, just clarifying.
Maybe in the future, definitely Louisiana, but for now, Los Angeles.
Actually, that brings me to something else. Do you guys ever plan on, if this really did well the first time around, would you ever think of expanding this?
Absolutely. I mean, the plan for a traveling festival has definitely come up, but as most businesses do, we want to try and have a controlled growth at first. Focus on what we believe in, and we believe that Los Angeles is the ideal place to start right now. And obviously, if it's more successful, absolutely, definitely expand.
I mean, what better place to have an entertainment festival than Hollywood,
I mean,
makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So Inner Circle, that's a pretty unique name. Where did you guys come up with that?
On one day, I actually just blurted it out. I just said Inner Circle as we were listing thousands of other names, and we kind of just stopped for a second, and Tommy told me that he thought that was the name. I didn't believe him at first. I was just like, I'm not so sure. But, we thought about it for a couple more days, talked to a few other people, and it just felt right. It felt like Inner Circle was the right name that conveyed what we were trying to do. And, it kind of just spontaneous, It just came out, and we kept it.
You sort of have an interesting system by which you're going to be running this festival. Why don't you kind of tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the things we're trying to introduce with this festival is a voting system, basically, where there are specific key important items that, we want to try and bring to the festival that will define it, things such as like specific artists or, what movies to bring, stuff like that. And we want to open it to the public where we create the system where they can vote on it, and just basically the highest voted thing is what we bring in a way.
And as sort of a point of clarification, you're going to have both major and indie acts,
yes,
and or developers and producers.
Absolutely.
So for those kind of things, you're going to curate the indie stuff, and you're gonna have the major players be voted on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, we're definitely still in the early stages where a lot of these things are, still being planned to make sure that the way we decide to do it is the best possible way. But absolutely, both major and indie stuff will be included equally.
So one of the ways you've tried to get this thing going is you've started a crowdfunding campaign on Indiegogo. Sort of how is that sort of affecting the way you're going about things?
Well, we definitely heard a lot of great things about crowdfunding, and it's a good start to getting ourselves exposed to the public. So we wanted to take this first step and move forward when we were approaching the sponsors. And so we decided that the best way to start approaching sponsors would be to create a sizzle reel. So a sizzle reel is basically a professional commercial created for sponsors to gain their support and get them interested in what we're doing. And it's kind of like an opener for once we start talking to sponsors, this is what they're going to see first. And so we decided to go ahead with that, and we wanted to see how it went with the crowdfunding and see if we can get the public to help us create this sizzle reel as the starting basis for the entire festival.
Our crowdfunding campaign is scheduled to end on, remind me, I think it's April 22nd.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. So we got some time. Our goal is 15,000. We've already got a lot of people that wanting to donate already. So it's a very good thing. And so with the crowdfunding campaign, we're trying to really reach these stretch goals where the public can make the festival actually happen. And in that turn, the festival will become their festival in a way.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Totally.
Yeah, just
Cool.
completely give first look access to all these unreleased things way before they come out.
So why don't you tell us a little bit more about the layout of the festival?
Yeah, well, the layout definitely for sure depends on the location. Right now, as we mentioned earlier, we are trying to confirm a specific location. We have a couple, but in general, the layout will be, in a way, kind of split into different sections where we'll have stages for major acts, and smaller stages for smaller acts. And then we're going to have locations where we have a big arcade, where we're going to have a lot of video game companies in there displaying their games, and possibly have the competitions in there too. And then we want to set up some outdoor theaters too, maybe some indoor theaters. Again, depends on the place where we can have it, where we display the movies and we display the props. So really is subjective to where we decide to have the actual festival, but
Yeah.
hopefully that gives you an idea.
I mean, and one really cool thing that we're doing is we're planning on streaming the entire festival.
That's right.
So, we're going to have cameras all over the park and all over the festival and on each of the stages and within the arcades and different things. And pretty much instead of, for the people that live across the country or live around the world and they won't be able to attend, they can purchase an online ticket and go between the different cameras and check out whatever stages they want while the bands are playing, whatever's going on with the competitions. They can watch it as it happens.
So this is a pretty ambitious undertaking. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your experience in the entertainment industry, sort of your background?
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
Both of us, and Tommy can tell you himself too, we're a little bit of jacks of all trades. I definitely, I started as a studio musician. I still do that. I'm a drummer, percussionist, and I record and play with a lot of local bands in Los Angeles. From there, I transitioned more into event planning and stage management, actually, for a couple of local concerts and local shows, and then helped with a lot of bigger shows planning. And I was definitely a runner a lot of the times, the guy that did everything, basically. And then the main guy would just sit there, drinking his drink, like, hey, give me this, give me that, give me this. So that's kind of my main background. And I've also, believe it or not, have also experience in the fashion world, where I do help develop for a lot of major companies, skating companies, and designing and development. So my resume is pretty broad, with a lot of stuff. But yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Yeah, and I'm also a musician and play in bands, and I started my own music licensing company. We have over 80 artists, and we run catalogs for record companies and publishing companies. And then also I run a film production company that does commercials and trailers and music videos and TV shows and all that stuff. And so now, me coming from the film world and doing the music things, and Eddy, of course, doing all the music stuff and all the merchandising stuff, like we just came together with all these different thoughts, and we're like, well, why don't we combine all these things? And
It makes
so
sense. Yeah.
because of our backgrounds, it was just such a right thing to do when we came together for this. I mean, and we're both really big fans of E3 and Comic-Con and Coachella and all these different places, and we love to go to those things. And, every time that we're there, we see hundreds and hundreds of people outside hanging out just because the event is happening, but they can't get in. And there's just, I mean, it doesn't make sense why there's so many people hanging out where they can't get in. And so this is like, you know, what we're trying to do is create a place where the doors are open, where these people can finally come in and see these things.
So so you're saying that it's not going to be some kind of, you know, convention for professionals, and it's not going to be some, you know, big old party for the public. It's going to be something for everybody.
Basically, yeah. I mean, we're taking a festival and then what some would consider a type of an expo, combining it into one, but instead of making it an expo, we're making it a festival, a fun place to be.
Yeah, something interactive.
Exactly.
I mean, and there's going to, like, our plan is to have so much stuff that, like, in one day, there's no way you could ever do it all.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is why it's going to be 2 days.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Get your tickets now. Soon. Tommy, Eddie, thank you so much for talking to us. It sounds like you got a great idea on your hands. Good luck to you. We're going to help, you know, get you out there and get some eyes on you guys. And
We appreciate
definitely
it.
keep getting out there and
yeah.
keep reaching out. So
Thank you for having us.
yeah, and
Thank you for having
please
us.
keep us
Awesome.
updated. We love
Absolutely.
to have you guys updated.
Absolutely.
So anyways, I have been Ryan from Amped. This is Eddie and Tommy from Inner Circle Entertainment Festival. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching our video, and just go out there and support these guys. They got a great idea. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.